Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kimberly, and thanks for being here. Today I want to discuss a little bit about my life without going into depth because of family issues and things that I really don't want to say online. So to get started, I need to talk a little bit about my background and what's going on. So my parents are separated, so I currently live with my mom's sister's husband's family. And all my life, I've been living with my dad. So my dad was and is still at the original house with my brother. And I decided to take an unexpected step forward and leave from that house and move to my aunt's husband's house, for a lot of reasons. Now, before you guys judge or anything like that and, just misinterpret everything, I want to say that it was nobody's fault, so there was nothing bad involved, or as bad. There was no physical abuse or anything like that. My mom's not a hoe. She did not leave because, she's gonna go with somebody else and she's a bitch or something. Like, it's nothing like that. So I decided to leave because my dad's really strict. He's a really strict person, so every time, I wanted to go out or I wanted to do something, he'd be really strict about it, and then he'd get mad about it. So, that's not an excuse to leave. Of course, it's not. And I decided to be selfish for once in my lifetime. I would always want to take care of him all the time, but, you can't take care of someone who does not want to be taken care of. And I was going to stay. Like, he would, sometimes he'd be really mad and angry, and I would still stay. Like, I wasn't gonna be that type of person that, would just leave. And I know a lot of family members still think like, I left and I'm a bad person, but I was just thinking for myself for once in my lifetime. So I decided to just, I just couldn't take it anymore with me being caged in, and my mom would always tell me like, hey, you should come over, and I couldn't even go over to my mom's house because of the family issues that I had. So basically, my dad's family is very stubborn, and including him. He's really stubborn. He does not like me, going to my mom's or visiting my mom's house, and my mom doesn't restrict that. So like, now that I'm living with her, she doesn't say like, oh, you can't go to your dad's house. She's not like that. They just have it's just a stubborn thing. It's not really like they're bad people, I'm not even picking sides, but he's just the type of person that would think like, oh, you're picking sides. Like, you can't come back here once you leave. And one day I just couldn't take it anymore. Most of my friends already know that I had a lot of issues, with a lot of family issues, since I was like 10. So, I was constantly blamed for things that weren't even my fault, and that's just, their personality, and they just don't understand. So I decided to leave the house, and I live with my mom. And most of the time, mom is not home because she's always at work, and sometimes I want to go over to like my brother's house or my dad's house, but I really can't because we don't really get along as very well with my dad. Right now, he's, like I said, he's really petty, he's really stubborn. He's like, no, you left, you're a bad person, and I feel like I let a lot of people down after that. But with that being said, I've been really independent. I learned things that I have never learned being with my dad or with my family for a very long time. I learned how to do laundry for the first time, and I know it's really embarrassing to say because like a lot of people know how to do laundry. I'm already 22 years old and I barely learned. But that's one thing that I really didn't know at all. I don't know how to cook, so I've been learning how to cook by myself because my dad usually would do that for me, and my mom does that sometimes. So most of the time, I'm the one that does it to myself. Like, I cook for myself because she's always at work, she's always gone. Now, a lot of my family members who are watching this will probably kill me for making this video, and probably my parents if they ever see this, hopefully not. Because I feel mentally prepared to have a child. Now, that's the summary of it. Now, I know most of you guys are also thinking, like, you're not prepared, Kim. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it's just a girl thing. It's just a baby fever. It's gonna go away. Like, no, I've been living with my aunt's little tiny baby children for 5 months already. I bathed them. I changed them. Every time they need, milk or anything like that, I make it for them. If they are acting naughty, because the little boy's 3 years old, I will say something and I'll, scold him. I give him treats, not bad treats, okay? Like, sometimes they want candy and I give them. And sometimes they want to watch TV or they want new games, so I download games on their iPad because they have an iPad and technology is really advancing really quickly, so they can learn. I sometimes teach them the colors, and the little girl always copies me. She's one. She's about to be 2, I think. I don't even know her birthday. And the little boy's 3. He's about to be 4. So I'm always with them all the time, and they make me smile a lot. And I know that when you have children, it's not all about you anymore. It's about your children. It's all about them. You want to buy things for them. You take care of them. You worry about them. It's always about them. And I know it's a really long-term commitment, but I really feel 100% sure that I'm in that stage that I want to have a kid and a child. I want to take care of a child. I want to create a family. And I just want a child. I like kids. I always have, but I never had the urge, you know what, I really want one. And it's been 5 months. Since I started, being there, I'm like, ugh, little kids. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want one. And I keep telling my friends, oh, I really want to have a kid, but I can't have a kid because I'm going to go to med school. And it's not going to work out very well. And I want to have my undivided attention to my little children, not school times. I'm not pregnant, guys. Come on. I'm not pregnant, but I want to be. So I know I'm gonna get judged a lot, and I already know by who. But I don't care. I feel very prepared, and I know myself. But I'm not financially prepared either. So I really, I'm trying to wait. And my boyfriend, he's not prepared either. We really need to raise a lot of money, so he's like, no, not yet. But I'm like, oh, I really want to have a baby. I just love little kids, and I want to nourish my little child. And anatomy doesn't really help. I'm taking anatomy right now, and it doesn't help that it's really descriptive on the anatomy of the human body, how the woman gets pregnant and has all the nourishment and the yolk and everything for the child. It's just makes me not have a baby more. But I feel really prepared. I mean, I'm 22 years old already. I don't know. People think it's a phase, but it's been forever, and I'll continue to wait. If it's more than a year, you know what? I'm gonna have a child. I just need to start working, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it with med school and everything. I also recently got an internship offer for a chemical engineer at a company in Boron. And I think another reason why I want to is because I don't feel like I ever had a family. I know it sounds so bad and depressing, but it's not. I've never had well, now that I look at Mexican families, because I'm living with them, I see how close they are, how they're always happy, they're always together, they make a lot of, and it's just a big family. You can feel the love and all the good positive vibes when it comes to them making parties and stuff. I'm never really invited because I'm the shy person there, but and I don't like to go out of my room. But I just, whenever I pass by the living room, I'm gonna get some water or something, or when I'm gonna go out to school or just to my boyfriend's house, because usually I'm always at my boyfriend's house. Because I don't like being there alone. I always see them always happy, and I can hear them laughing and everything. So I'm I want that. I want a family. So I've never really had that ever. I guess like when I was living with like when my parents were together, my dad would always like complain and stuff, like saying that this wasn't really his idea of a family and stuff. So, I never really felt like I was part of a family, or that I had one. So now I'm like, oh, like I love kids, and I feel like I've been together with my boyfriend for 5 years already, almost 6, and I feel like if we like raise a lot of money or enough money, I think everything would be good. Everything, we can go through the obstacles together, because I'm going to create a family. I'm not going to blame my children, and I'm not going to say like, oh, this isn't a family. I'm always going to be like with them, and we're going to be together with everything. And I also like going to my boyfriend's house because they also are very united, and I love that. His parents get along with me. They love me. So I'm always over there, and I don't know, I like it a lot. I've never experienced that before. And even when I was with my boyfriend, like last year, I never really got to go over because of my dad. He's really strict, and I didn't go over as much. And now it's like I'm part of their family, and they accept me, and it's really cool. But I really would love to have a family of my own. So sorry for spinning so much, but you guys should comment like ideas and stuff like, oh, you should just wait, or you're crazy. It's just